All right, so here's the what can be combined worksheet that we did on Friday. And so if either you were out on Friday, were at the field trip, or you just needed to look at this again, here is the information, or here's the worksheet that we did. And so you can get a copy of the worksheet from me, or yeah, that's fine. You can just ask me for the worksheet. So here we go. What can be combined? Group like items together and explain your thinking. Now, I'm not a citrus drawing expert. Second period decided these are lemons. We're going with that. So I have grapes and I have lemons. And so I look for how many bunches of grapes do I have. And I have 5 grapes plus 4 lemons. And we're not going to, and that's a cursive L, just so that way it's not a 41. And I'm not going to get into a debate on, well, that's 4 halves, that's really 2 lemons. That's not the point. The point is there's 4 pieces of fruit there. So 4L plus, and then I have 9 grapes. And so 5G plus 4L plus 9G, well, I can't combine lemons and grapes, but I can combine grapes and grapes. So 5 and 9 gives me 14 grapes, plus I have 4 lemons. And so I just combined like terms. And so we see here in our blanks, like terms can be combined just like fruit. Like terms have the same variable, so G and G, so I can combine those, and they have the variables have the same exponents. Now that becomes important because if I have, for example, x squared plus 2x, I cannot combine those because my variables are different. And so if we substitute, say, 5, for example, well, 5 squared is not the same as 5. So they're not the same thing. So, and even if I had, say, x to the 3rd power, well, that's 5 to the 3rd power, and that's not the same thing either. So if I have exponents, the variables have to be the same, the exponents have to be the same, otherwise I cannot combine them. And so, very important to get that part. All right. With that said, let's fill in the last blank here. And so we have something can be combined with each other. Well, in addition to combining terms with variables, I can combine terms without variables, and we call those terms constants. Those are just numbers without variables. So like terms can be combined. Like terms have the same variable with the same exponent, and constants can also be combined with each other. And so here it says to group like terms with each other and then explain your thinking. So me personally, this is what I like to do, and I'm going to recommend it to you as well, is to use a shape. So outline your like terms with a shape. So anything with an x as a variable, I'm going to put in a triangle. And then I have here, well, I have 3x squared. Is x squared the same as x? Well, we just said that it wasn't, so I'm not going to put that in a triangle. In fact, because it's squared, I'll put it in a square or square-ish. If you want to be super technical, square-ish shape. And then I like to circle my constants. So 1, 24, 15, 3, and 8. So I've circled all my constants, and I'm left with y as another variable. Second period said that we should draw hearts, so that's what I'm doing here. And now all of my terms have been identified. I can combine like terms. And so I like to do it with the largest exponent first and then work my way down. So my largest exponent is x squared. So I'm going to go ahead and put that first. There's nothing to combine it with, so I just bring it down. 3x squared plus, now I have x. Well, here's 11 and 7, so that gives me 18x, plus another 4 gives me 22x, plus 5 gives me 27x. I'm done with x, and I have y, so let's go ahead and do our other variable. And so I have 13 and 12, that gives me 25y, plus 15 will give me 40y, and then 9 will give me 49y. And then last, I just have my constants. So 24 and 15 will give me 39, 1 will give me 40, 48, and then plus 3 is 51. So 51 is my constant, and I'm done. So this is actually my simplified expression of 3x squared plus 27x plus 49y plus 51. So that is my simplified. I cannot combine it anymore, and I'm good to move on. So this bottom part, practice simplifying expressions by combining like terms below. And third period told me to work 3, 6, and 4, so I'm going to work those ones. You can do the others on your own. And so again, if you recall back to early in the year combining integers, we had the box method. Well, the box method is back, and so 6x, I'll zoom in too. So 6x, that's a positive 6x, 1 sign, 1 number, 1 sign, 1 number. And so now I'm ready to look at this. I have a positive 6x. I don't have anything to combine it with, so that one's good. 6x. And I have a positive 2y. And now that one's done. So it was already simplified. I didn't really have to do anything, but they wanted us to go through the process just to make sure. 8x squared, that's positive. And then positive 10x. I don't have anything to combine my x squared with, so that's just 8x squared. Positive 10x, I don't have anything to combine that with. Positive 10x, and that's already solved as well. Where I will have an answer, or one to solve, if I can get it to move over, is number 4. So it's a positive 15x, positive 19, positive 9x. So I can combine 15x and 9x. So 15 pirates, 9 pirates, they get together, and now I have 24 pirates. So 24 pirate x, and then I have plus 19. So there's 3 more for you to do on your own, and yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Let's look at the back of the paper. Like terms can also be subtracted. And so I have 2 expressions here. So 14x, that's a positive 14x, 3y, and minus 8x, or negative 8x. So let's look at what can be combined. So I have 14 pirate x's, 8 ninja x's, very important. So 14 pirate x's, 8 ninja x's. After we combine those, I'm going to be left with 6x, or a positive, so pirates will win by 6. So that gives me 6x, and then I'm left with 3y. So my answer is 6x plus 3y. Over here on this side, that's a positive 16x, negative 9, positive 5x. So I can combine my positive 16x, positive 5x will give me 21x, and then I'm left with negative 9. So it gives me 21x minus 9. And so the ones that they had me solve here was 7, 11, 15, 13, and then I'm also going to look at 14 just because I want to make sure that you don't make a common mistake there. So looking at number 7, that's a positive 11a, negative 5c, whoops, and a positive 3a. I can combine my 3a and my 11a, gives me 14a, and then minus 5c. So in addition to highest exponent to lowest exponent with constant last, I also, me personally, I like to put the variables in alphabetical order. So A first, then C. If you don't, that's okay. I won't count it wrong. All right, looking at number 11, that's a positive 6t, positive 9s, positive 10s, negative 2t. Alright, so if I have a positive, well, let's do S first because I want to keep it in alphabetical order. So 9S and 10S will give me 19S. And then I have a 6T that's positive and a 2T that's negative. So 6 pirates, 2 ninjas. That gives me 4 pirates, and these are T. So 19S plus 4T. Number 13. Positive 12W, negative 6, positive 12, negative 3. So I look at my 12W. I don't have anything to combine it with, so I'm good there. Negative 6 and a positive 12. So 6 ninjas, 12 pirates. Pirates are going to win by 6, and then I'll bring down the rest. So 3 ninjas, so 6 pirates and 3 ninjas. Pirates will win by 3, and I'm good to go. Took care of everything. So 12W plus 3. 15, that's a positive 4x squared, positive 14x squared, negative 1. So positive 4x squared, positive 14x squared, those are combined to make positive 18x squared. And then I'm just left with a negative 1. And so that one is simplified. And so that leaves you with 5 to do, but please try 14 first. Pause the video, try 14, see what answer you get. And yeah, and then unpause it and see if you got it right. Alright, so assuming you've already done that, now it's unpaused. My coefficient here, it's a positive 15. Coefficient's a positive 3. Coefficient is 7 or negative 7, depending on how you want to look at it. And then real important here, my coefficient of D is going to be 1, because that's one group of D, or 1D, so my coefficient is 1. Very important, so I like to write those when I'm combining, just so I make sure that I don't forget that it's there. Let's box everything up, and we're ready to combine. Positive 15D and positive 3D, so it's 15 and 3 gives me 18, but 18 minus 7 will give me 11. 11 minus 1 will give me 10. So after I simplify that, my expression will be 10D. So hopefully you got that right. If you got it wrong, that's okay. It tricked a lot of students. So you're not alone, but hopefully you learned from it either way, and I hope this helps.